Everybody in life deserves to have a love story. Everybody deserves happiness, you know. And it's just only natural for everybody. But nobody in life, I believe, deserves a love story that ends like this. He was another young cat chasing after presidents, Lincolns, Hamiltons, Jacksons, and Benjamins. Sentences with rhythms of words is what he loved. He would never hesitate to fight if push came to shove, until he caught the bug in the back of the class. As she walked in fast, he turned and asked, "Who's that?" I said, "That's Hope. You should go over and meet her." So we did just that. He even smiled as he greeted her. He hit her with a rhyme, so she gave him a time, asking how we did it. Dedication of the mind. She was an uptown girl with big brown eyes, an innocent beauty with a simple kind of life. He was a midnight marauder, a bomber of them trains, who had the heart of music pumping blood into his veins. Instantly amazed by the way that she speaks, he says, "If you ain't too busy, let me take you out to eat." She agreed the next week, said it would be better. Looking deep within his eyes, picking paint up off his sweater, they departed with smiles and a date in place. Nothing could explain the change that fell upon his face. Now let me drop the whys. He went by the name of Ruben, and he's the type of guy who after school would cause a shooting. Her name was Hope, and Hope wasn't stupid. She was the type of girl who after school would go help students. Little did she know, Cupid struck her in the back. I think it's funny when I hear him say that opposites attract. This was exactly the case, and it's so damn true. So let me explain before fate finds you. Usually it seems love songs tend to bore me, but I was shocked to hear what happened with this love story. Now neither one's had enough, they're still madly in love. Going on a year later, it's about to get rough. He turned his back on his gang when he was told to do a mission, so they swore the revenge. Jumped him out and dismissed them. She ignores her friends, and they notice the difference. They don't like what they see, so they just keep the distance. She quit her ambitions, now here comes the questions. Her parents sit her down to give a helpful suggestion. She ignores the advice, gets up and leaves. Jumps into a car, puts it in gear, then speeds off into the road to where God only knows. She stops at a stoplight and writes down a quick note, puts it in the jacket, then heads into the dark. It's a text from Ruben, "Please meet me at the park." Ruben was on his way in his old Chevrolet. He didn't know his own gang followed him with no delay. Distracted by lights, cars, and thoughts, thinking to himself how he's gonna break it off. It drove him insane. That was his girl, his baby, but he knew he had to do it for the sake of her safety. This is what drove him crazy, but he had to be strong and get a grip on life and what was going on. Now let me set the scene. He arrives, then breathes, steps out of his Chevy, then starts walking through the leaves. It's there where he sees her standing under a light. As he gets a little closer, she runs up and holds him tight. He holds her right back, says, "You're the love of my life, but I got something to say, and I don't wanna see you cry. You see, you're one of a kind. You'll always have my heart, but I love you so much, that's why we gotta be apart." She held the note in her hand. She couldn't say what she thought before the silence was broken by a loud 2 shots. They both hit the floor. His gang kept their word. "You got what you deserve," was the last thing he heard as they ran into the night. He got up from the ground, nobody else around, but Hope was laying down. He went over to help. "Let's go." They left, only to see her struggle, taking in her last breath. He screamed at the sky and he just asked why. Broke down to his knees, held her close, then cried. He knew he was the reason for the fate of this night. If he could take it all back, then he would make it all right. But it was too late, and what's done is done. His love came with a price, a bullet from a gun. She held open her hand as she closed her eyes. He read the note that she wrote, "Without your love I would die."